Jeremiah 52, the last chapter before Ezekiel. Yehezkel. Y-E-H with a dot, E-Z-Q-E with a half a check mark, L, Ezekiel. But we're on Jeremiah 52. And I read from the Institute for Scripture Research, the ISR, because it takes a direct translation from Hebrew to English, Greek to English, and Aramaic to English. The letter J is about 600 years old, while the son of Elohim, Yehoshua, died on a stake for the sins of all of humanity more than 2,000 years ago. And a direct translation from Hebrew to English, Yehoshua is Joshua. Yah is short for YahWeh, Yod-He, Vod-He. Yah is the Elohim of the heavens and the earth, the first and the last and the only. And he's such a jealous El that he doesn't even want the names of idols or mighty ones to come to our lips. Jeremiah 52. And Tzidkiah, T-S-I-D with a line underneath it, Q-I-Y-A-H-U, was 21 years old when he began to reign, and he reigned 11 years in Jerusalem, and his mother's name was Hamutal, H with a dot, A-M-U-T-A-L, the daughter of Jeremiah of Libnah, L-I-B with a line underneath of it, N-A-H, and he did evil in the eyes of YahWeh according to all that Jehoiakim had done, Y-E-H-O-Y-A-Q-I-M, had done. For though the displeasure of YahWeh this came to be against Jerusalem and Yehuda until he had cast them out from his presence. And Tzidkiah rebelled against the sovereign of Babel, and it came to be in the 9th year of his reign, in the 10th new moon, so the 10th month, on the 10th of the new moon, that Nebuchadrezzar, sovereign of Babel, N-E-B with a line underneath of it, U-K with a line underneath of it, A-D with a line underneath of it, R-E-T-S-T-S-A-R, sovereign of Babel, and all his army came against Jerusalem and encamped against it, and they built a siege wall against it all around, and the city was under siege until the 11th year of sovereign Tzidkiah, on the 9th of the 4th new moon, so the 4th month, 9th day. The scarcity of food was so severe in the city that there was no food for the people of the land. Then the city wall was breached, and all the men of battle fled and went out of the city at night by way of the gate between the two walls, which was by the sovereign's garden, while the Kasdim were near the city all around, and they went by way of the desert plain. But the army of the Kasdim pursued the sovereign, and they overtook Tzidkiah in the desert plains of Jericho, Y-E-R-I-H with a dot O, and Kasdim is K-S, or K-A-S-D-I-M, in the desert plains of Jericho, and his entire army was scattered from him. Then they captured the sovereign and brought him up to the sovereign of Babel at Riblah, R-I-B with a line underneath of it, L-A-H, in the land of Hamath, H with a dot, A-M-A-T-H, and he pronounced judgments on him. And the sovereign of Babel slew the sons of Tzidkiah before his eyes, and he also slew all the heads of Yehuda in Riblah, and he put out the eyes of Tzidkiah, and the sovereign of Babel bound him in bronze shackles, and took him to Babel, and put him in prison till the day of his death. And on the 10th of the 5th new moon, so the 10th day, 5th month, which was the 19th year of sovereign Nebuchadrezzar, sovereign of Babel, Nebuzaradan, N-E-B with a line underneath of it, U-Z-A-R-A-D with a line underneath of it, A-N, chief of the guard who served the sovereign of Babel, came to Jerusalem, and he burned the house of YahWeh, and the sovereign's house, and all the houses of Jerusalem, and all the houses of the great men he burned with fire, and all the army of the Kasdim who were with the chief of the guard broke down all the walls of Jerusalem all around, and Nebuzaradan Adan, chief of the guard, exiled some of the poor people and the rest of the people who were left in the city, and the defectors who had gone over to the sovereign of Babel, and the rest of the craftsmen. But Nebuzaradan, chief of the guard, left some of the poor of the land as vine dressers and farmers, and the Chazdim broke the bronze columns that were in the house of YahWeh, and the stands and the bronze seat that were in the house of YahWeh, and brought all their bronze to Babel. They also took away the pots and the shovels and the snuffers and the bowls and the ladles and all the bronze utensils with which they served, and the basins and the fire holders and the bowls and the pots and the lampstands and the ladles and the cups, whatever was of solid gold and whatever was of solid silver. The chief of the guard took the 2 columns, 1c, the 12 bronze bowls, the 2 columns, 1c, the 12 bronze bowls which were under it, and the stands which sovereign Shlomo had made, Shelomoh, Shlomo, had made for the house of YahWeh. The bronze of all these vessels was beyond weighing. That's a lot. As for the columns, the height of one column was 18 cubits, and its circumference was 12 cubits, and its thickness was 4 fingers hollow. I don't know what that means. It's 4 fingers. Oh, so you stick 4 fingers in there, and it's hollow. Okay, I get it. Yeah. It's a little slow. And a capital of bronze was on it, and the height of one capital was 5 cubits, with a network and pomegranates all around the capital, all of bronze. And the second column with pomegranates was the same, and there were 96 pomegranates on the sides. All the pomegranates on the network were 100 all around. And the chief of the guard took Syria, the chief priest, and Saphani, the second priest, and the doorkeepers, Tsephaanyah, Saphania. And from the cities he took 1 eunuch who was in charge of the men of battle, and 7 men who saw the sovereign's face, who were found in the city, and the scribe of the commander of the army who mustered the people of the land, and 60 men of the people of the land who were found in the city. Eunuch is Eunuch. And Nebuzaradan, chief of the guard, took these and brought them to the sovereign of Babel at Riblah. And the sovereign of Babel struck them and put them to death at Riblah in the land of Hamath. Thus Yehuda was exiled from its own land. These are the people whom Nebuchadrezzar exiled in the 7th year, 3,023 Yehudim. In the 18th year of Nebuchadrezzar, he exiled from Jerusalem 832 beings. In the 23rd year of Nebuchadrezzar, Nebuzaradan, chief of the guard, exiled of the Yehudim 745 beings. All the beings were 4,600, and it came to be in the 37th year of the exile of Jehoiakim, sovereign of Yehuda, Yehoyak, with a line underneath of it, in, Jehoiakim, in the 12th new moon, so in the 12th month, on the 25th of the new moon, that Ewil Merodach, sovereign of Babel, EWIL capital MEROD with a line underneath of it, AK with a line underneath it, sovereign of Babel, in the 1st year of his reign, lifted up the head of Jehoiakim, sovereign of Yehuda, and brought him out of prison, and spoke kindly to him, and set his throne above those of the sovereigns who were with him in battle, who were with him in Babel. So he changed his prison garments, and he ate bread continually before the sovereign all the days of his life. And as for his allowance, there was a continual allowance given to him by the sovereign of Babel, a portion for each day until the day of his death, all the days of his life. Interesting turn of events. That's it. See you in Ezekiel.